Peace, Captain Osobu. You already know what's up, spiritual family. What's up? What's up? And today's video is something that I've been seeing quite a bit. I never stopped seeing this, but I never talked about it. It's why nice men are hated. Why is it that they're not valued? Why is it that people who are genuine in some way, internally honest, or whatever you could fit that criteria of kindness, right? You radiate a certain way to the world and everybody around you, right? A lot of people disregard nice people. They disregard their efforts in the world. They disregard the most simplest of things that one could do. Like in society's so hardwired that it has to assert dominance. It has to assert power, will over others in many areas, manipulate your thoughts, manipulate your ideas, beliefs. This nigga ain't shit. This bitch ain't shit. She ain't worth a jack. You know, this type of bullshit that keeps propelling existence, okay? It gets more retarded by the minute. It gets more stupider by the minute, okay? People love fighting so much. People love getting angry. People love getting jealous, envious of someone else who's doing better than them, who is trying to do, for the guy is trying to do something for himself, and hell, even help him out. But because people are so in their feelings, so in their ego, so in their delusion, right, of glamour or whatever, right, they themselves just unmagnetized from that. They say, fuck you, you ain't shit, you ain't worth a jack, you ain't worth that. You know, I should be doing that, you shouldn't. I should take full credit, right? This type of attitude, right? You know, this is constant, okay? I mean, if you're the nice guy in a relationship with somebody, right? You could be there always, 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 right? You be the one texting first. You could be the one texting always, and she will never respond back. But yeah, she'll call you up and tell you if you stop texting that, oh, we can be together because you need to text me more. No, 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 no. That's not how things work, baby. Okay? Society themselves are hardwired in this mentality, in this egoic dilemma, right? They want to be pimps. They want to be rap guys. They want to be famous people. They want to be models. They want to live lavishly, right? But at the expense of people's lives, okay? At the expense of trust, at the expense of integrity. People lose their integrity once they start seeing gold shit, once they start seeing gold dollar bills, when they start seeing them Louis Vags, once they start seeing what they don't have that you have, right? It creates a lot of fuss in people. It creates this distortion that even if you was to be honest, even if you was to help him out, give him a hand, you know, try to be there for certain people that are in certain situations, right? A lot of people won't appreciate that. A lot of people won't accept it or validate it as an effort of yours from your kindness, okay? And so, nice guys, they think that these people think nice guys are weak, but it's not. You can't call yourself religious, okay? And you're an asshole. You're a demon, okay? Which a lot of people are, and not Christianity, not Islam, not Judaism, globally religiously, okay? And we could go as far into even Hinduism, Buddhism, or whatever, right? Where we talk about non-dual, where we talk about dissolving the ego, being nothing but unconditional love, stuff like that. It's all propaganda in many areas to some people, okay? The world is in a constant state of tyranny, okay? People don't have the emotional capacity, the emotional tools to go handle situations with people, go address certain dilemmas or whatever. People resort to quick emotions. People resort to violence. People resort to jealousy. People resort to whatever. Right? Okay? And this is what it is, okay? Nice guys are important people in this life. Nice people who are servants of God, who are willing to fall in line with the word and everything like that constantly, shouldn't be something that people deem like it's unworthy of themselves, or if they see someone like that, right, a nice guy who is religious or anything like that, right, that it should be you. Okay, it should be you, right? That you're jealous of his spiritual progression, that you're jealous of where he's at physically or financially, right? That ends. And especially when you're growing spiritually, you gotta let go of that stuff. You gotta let go of anger, frustration, and all this stuff, okay? You can't really insult people. Okay, so if you're really ascended, if you're really meditating, you're really doing the spiritual work, then I tell you that you can't get in this game like that, okay? You could do, like, I was doing Vipassana when I was like younger, like 16, 17, right? And hours of meditation, hours. I'm not gonna give you a number, but anybody could put hours in, right? And the thing is, I was so in my ego. I had many ego deaths, as I would call it, right? I felt, oh, my character dissolved and all that, right? But I wasn't even dissolved fully. Like, I was still an asshole to people. I was still calling people out. I was still doing all sorts of treacherous bullshit that's not gonna serve me spiritually. So I had many trials and tribulations, understanding my problems and all that. And then I could tell you that, yeah, I had a lot of fault in me. And to this day, I still got a lot of ego in me, you know? And many people could read my energy or whatever, right? Without diacin glasses or whatever. Pretty cool. But that's the thing. Nice guys, in general, are more evolved, okay? Because if you really experience so much turbulence in life, okay, you experience so much problems, so much stress, conflict, right? Trauma. That's what this is. Life is this constant influx of trauma, happiness, separation, stupidity, retardation, segregation, limitation. All this type of stuff is constant. Constant. It is crazy how this has been the molded world, right? And you have people like me, you, and others, right? When we go on our day, we go and speak to these people. We go open ourselves up a certain way. We speak a certain way. They're going to be too questionable. Oh, da, 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 da. But once they find out a certain dimension in you, about your personality or whatever, then that is a problem. That is a complete issue in existence, okay? They won't accept you. The fact is, people are maybe possessed. The fact is, people are so egoic, people are so demonic, people are so mentally ill, okay? That they cannot bypass any of this stuff, okay? It's very difficult for someone who is spiritually aware, who is connected to God in such a way, to find a decent, honest relationship, because a lot of these relationships are so stupid. The dialogue is retarded, okay? It's like a punch in your face constantly, you trying to figure this thing out on your own, only for the court system to fucking whoop your ass, okay? And now you're going to be paying alimony, you're going to be paying child support, you're going to be paying the ridiculous bullshit, okay? Because the woman is stupid. The woman don't have a sense of herself, don't have a sense of her psychology, a sense of her internal structure, okay? She don't know how to act or how to respect people or how to... I'm not speaking of just women. Don't think I'm out here calling women like they ain't worth nothing. There's a lot of cool women out here. There's a lot of women out here that are like, wow. You could see it in them. You could see their determination. You could see their compassion for the world, their work, their whatever they're trying to aspire to be, okay? You see that in them, and you got to give the flowers to them, okay? But vice versa, men too. And that's why I say you got to really appreciate those in this struggle, okay? In this process, okay? God is patient. God takes his time as much as he needs to, and he'll give you as much lessons and as much things you need to work upon yourself so that the moment comes when the right person appears, okay? When that does happen, then you'll be prepared. You will know what to do. It's like she mirrors you. It's like she reads your mind in such a way. She knows you intuitively what you're going to say and whatever not, right? I mean, y'all can find a lot of commonalities, right? In the relationship. This is why I'm saying that in this world, it's a constant chaos so that they could separate people like us. Okay? Scatter us around, gatekeep life. I mean, I don't have to talk to you about the political structure, the economic stupidity, okay, the Jewish retardation of this economy, okay? how they want to, I mean, it's stupid, okay? If people want to be glamorous, if people want to be rich, if people want to be living a certain way, they cannot do it through going to college and then they have to pay 50,000, okay, just to be broke from zero. That is a genocide, okay? It's a genocide that they promote all this glamour, all this bullshit, only for you to work a 9 to 5, a 40-hour shift, right? And you could even barely scratch. You could barely even make ends meet, okay? You can't even have a little extra for yourself, okay? For your kids, for your food, whatever. This is the harsh, fucking stupid life that people are accustomed to, and that's what they think is the only life. But I tell you, it's not the only life. You have been instinctually hardwired or molded to think limited thoughts. You've been limited to think a certain way. Okay, if you're depressed, you go cry to the wall, you go cry to the dishes, okay? I heard a joke, okay? I told my Hispanic mom, I'm feeling sad, right? And then she said, well, the dish is there. And they're sad and they're waiting for you. Or something like that. You know, the type of stupid shit that we were brought up with is not for us to take in. We shouldn't let what we were brought up with be our character. We shouldn't let life turbulences from the upbringing, okay, be us. I don't care what mama did. I don't care what father said. I don't care what your brother did to you or any of that. Okay, I don't care the spectrum of it. Okay, because at the end of the day, you have the accessibility to access many tools so that you could find out, okay, this is wrong with me. This is what's going on with me. Okay, what could I do with that? Da 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 da. I could do da 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 da. Boom, boom, that. Okay. I mean, it's not just all this programming, all this rap music, all this CBS bullshit, all this bullshit that's being spread on the news, whatever it is. It's more than just that, okay? It's day to day, what we do, what we eat, what we do, etc. Gotta stay away from them fast food chains. Gotta stay away from that GMO food. Gotta stay away from certain deals, okay? Because these are certain hijacks that people experiences, okay? You could be fine with somebody and then you ate dinner with them and now they treat you like shit. Why? Because they have a fucked up internal system, okay? So they dictate their internal system how they want to act in front of others, okay? But if a lot of people are lazy, slothful, they don't care to try. Picture that. They don't care to even try. Try. They don't. And for that reason, they have every validation, every right to blame it on God, to blame it on you, to blame it on your ex, or, yeah, such and so da 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 da. Okay? This is a stupid world that is not really stupid. I wouldn't really call the world stupid. Nobody's stupid. People are very smart in many areas. People are very intelligent in what they are able to accomplish, more than not. And you have to give those flowers to them. You have to give them that respect. And hell, if you could help them out, expand on that area, that's even great. That's a greater deed. Okay? People in general never met the right people. People have not met the right person in their lives because of this system. People don't know outside of their towns. People don't know outside of their area. People don't know what's out there, what's waiting for them, what's wishing for them, what's calling to them, okay? Like I'm saying, there's plenty of women out there that probably would think about you, of a man like you, of a whatever like you, right? I guarantee you like that, okay? I guarantee you the same thing, you know? In any areas. You don't have friends, you don't have people to call to. There's somebody that will be down or even have a conversation with anybody, okay? It's just what it is in this world. You gotta understand this point of view and be accessible to it, okay? There's a big world out there, and yes, the internet is dead. People want to claim AI and all this shenanigans, right? I don't care. People still exist one way or another. I spoke to someone on the internet, and I met him face to face. So, this is what I'm trying to say. Not everybody's a bot. Not everybody's what it is, okay? The internet's not fully dead. But I understand that the internet's stupid. I mean, you can't even search certain results without the main ones popping up always in every goddamn page. Fuck you, Bill Gates. Okay? I don't know if that's even Bill Gates, but I don't want to even have this conversation right now, okay? This is too conspiracy for some people, but this is what I'm trying to say about this world, okay? The world is not in your favor. It never was, it never will be. American dream my ass. I'll wipe my ass with that, okay? But there's no American dream. There's no American dream if you're living nightmares. If you're experiencing nightmares, that you can't live what your dreams aspire you to live. If you can't live God's calling. If you can't provide for your family. That makes you less of a man. It makes you less of a man that you can't do such and such and your wife leaves you. There's delusion in that. Delusion in your wife. You know. Whoo, man, I get heated because of that, man. See what I mean? This is what is going on. Okay? And you, as the nice guy, gotta have the compassion. Gotta have the respect and humility for these retarded folks that are not retarded. They've been programmed to be retarded and molded to be retarded. But deep down they have a heart. Deep down they have a soul. Deep down they have something in them that is spiritual in nature. That is in God's nature. Okay? The worst of the worst people could be transformed if you just gave them a chance. They could be the nicest people you have ever met. Okay? Give the world a chance. Give people a chance. Etc. So forth. And just end it. Just end the stupidity. End the world retardation with psychology. But yeah. Your boy already speaks as it is. No more of this shit, okay? Captain El Soap, well, take care. Peace, spiritual family. You already know.